Okay, so there have been allegations or rumors saying that Donald Trump got a stroke and his administration is trying to hide it. And there were basically few videos that were released that make you think otherwise. So there's gonna be a doctor dismantling this, showing you guys. Watch this video, come back, and let's talk about it.
There's something going on with the president, and I have videos that haven't been seen before that shows it. Now, there's a doctor here who says that Donald Trump could very well be a stroke victim. Here's one video from the White House that has over 2 million views, almost 3 million, showing Donald Trump unable to walk. Definitely dragging his foot there. Now, there's a doctor here who explains why that might be.
Let's take a look at the way a person with dementia and/or a history of stroke gets out of this golf cart. I'm a physical therapist with a doctorate in my field and 14 years experience treating geriatric patients in home health care, just like the President of the United States. Notice how that right leg just flops toward the ground? It's because there's weakness in the hamstring in his right leg as a result of a stroke on the left side of his brain, which would cause weakness on the contralateral side of his body and also affect his language capability. Next thing you see happen is a very abbreviated step with the left leg. The reason that step is so short is because he does not trust his right leg to hold up his body weight effectively. One of the things we analyze as physical therapists regarding gait of a patient is step length. When steps are shortened in length, it's because the contralateral side is being favored. When a patient does not have confidence that one of their legs will hold them up, they will take a shorter step with the contralateral side to shorten what is known as the stance phase in walking. In normal gait, when you're walking, stance phase is when one of your legs fully supports your body weight just for a moment. But if there is any pathology with that limb, it can shorten the stance phase. It can affect the posture of the rest of your body through the stance phase, and it will give the appearance of somebody limping. This is most likely due to the fact that he's probably had a stroke or a series of TIAs. But it could also be due to general neuromotor decline as a result of frontotemporal dementia. Remember, his father passed away from dementia. They actually let Fred Trump come into the office for several years before he actually passed away. He had no idea where he was or what was going on, but it was a familiar setting to keep him from becoming combative. This is why he is surrounded by assholes that feed him lies about his approval rating, about the jobs numbers that they're not even going to release, and the price of typical items that you and I buy every day. They're literally lying to him to keep him from becoming agitated. Based on all the symptoms that
We saw what happens when Donald Trump gets agitated. This is a very clear sign of dementia.
There was no vetting or anything. They came in unvetted. And we have a lot of others in this country. We're going to get them out. But they go cuckoo. Something happens soon.
Your DOJ IG just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration
Because
for
they
what
let
this
them
man
in.
did?
Are you stupid? Are
Well,
you
no.
a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands.
Yeah, so dementia patients quite often do get agitated very easily, as we're seeing with Donald Trump, who used to at least keep that type of behavior under wraps. As Adam Cochran said here, Trump is getting worse, either in mental decline or feeling like he can act with impunity. Any reporter's question is just met now with the most childish of insults. At any other time in history, if a president acted like this, people would be up in arms, but sellouts protect this vile creature because they fear his zealot goons.
I mean, you guys know that I am not particularly fond of Donald Trump, right? But I think the person who made this video here is reaching, right? I'm not sure about you guys. You can tell me, do you think he has a stroke or had a stroke, right? Do you think he had a stroke, or is what we're seeing in this video is just basically being propaganda pushed? But here are my thoughts. I think it makes a tremendous amount of sense for Donald Trump to walk the way he's walking, because the man is 79 years old. He is old, guys. He's very old. So I think it makes sense. It checks out why he's walking slowly, why he's having troubles, with his feet and everything. And here's the thing: when you're old like Trump, there's gonna be a lot of things go wrong, right? Things that may be associated with dementia, strokes, and everything. I'm not sure, but you guys tell me, right? I think the doctor that was in this video doesn't like Trump also, or maybe he's kind of biased. He just has that confirmation bias. He wants to be right about Trump in this case. But then again, it is not being confirmed by any reputable sources on whether if he has a stroke or not. But also, we know that administrations tend to hide things like this. Remember with Joe Biden, they were hiding the fact that Joe Biden had dementia and it was critical. So people kept seeing less and less and less of Joe Biden, and they were basically trying to cover all those things up, which I would argue if the stroke did indeed happen, they would probably take the same route with Donald Trump. Then as far as the video of Trump saying asking the reporter if she's stupid or anything, he was obviously agitated. That I think we can agree on that. He was obviously agitated, and it's not a good look regardless, right? Even if the reporter is annoying, it's Trump's job to answer the reporter in a very diplomatic and not in non-emotional way. So yeah, guys, tell me what you guys think. Do you think indeed that Donald Trump had a stroke or not? Or is this basically the internet just being the internet? Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another one.